afternoon, and welcome to NJC's PTK induction ceremony. My name is Jerry Garrett. I am the sponsor of PTK. Usually our president, who's Brittany, would be the one to give the welcome speech, but Brittany got stuck in Julesburg because of yesterday's blizzard. So I am going to read the welcome speech that Brittany has prepared for you, and then we'll get going. Welcome. Oh, please realize I am not a nursing student. She is, but I'm not. My name is Brittany. I am a first-year nursing student and current president of our Phi Theta Kappa chapter, Zeta Theta, here at NJC. On behalf of PTK, I welcome you to our induction ceremony and into this honor society. We are here to recognize and honor the academic achievement of these spectacular students. Each and every one of you should be very proud of yourselves for your academic achievements. It is the top 10% of students in the school who are recognized and invited to be a part of Phi Theta Kappa. It is sincerely a wonderful and prominent achievement. As I was preparing for this speech, I was searching for quotes on how to define success. The words like achievement, greatness, accomplishment, victory, and truth. As I researched for the perfect quotes, I discovered one that said, "Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm," Winston Churchill. Another one said that it's the lies that are loud, the truth is always quiet. I felt those quotes go hand in hand. When we strive to be great, successful, accomplished, we fail. One way or another, we fail. We may fail over and over, striving, reaching for that level, for that goal that we desperately set our eyes on. And during that strenuous journey of reaching that goal, that level of success, we are thinking about giving up. We are hearing the lies that say we cannot do it, that we should just give up, leave hope behind, do something else. This is just too hard. You are not good enough. Pretty much daily thoughts I hear as a nursing student. I'm here to tell you, you are already well on your way to achieving whatever it may be you have your heart set to. Please listen. Listen to the quiet. Be proud of your achievements. Be proud of yourselves here today. And remember, keep failing, but fail with enthusiasm. Keep going. Thank you sincerely for all you do, for all you're going to do. Welcome officially to the 2013 Phi Theta Kappa induction ceremony.
It is my pleasure to introduce our special NJC guests present with us this afternoon. Please stand as you are introduced. Mr. Mike White, President. Mr. Sam Solomon, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Mr. Steve Smith, Vice President of Student Affairs. And Honorable Carl S. McGuire III, Chief Judge of the 13th District. We would also like to thank NJC President Mike White and VPAA Sam Solomon for helping put on our induction ceremony and reception today. And now Jalen will give the invocation. All right, let's pray. Lord, we gather here today to celebrate the achievements of these students. We thank you for each of them and for the family, friends, and faculty members that have helped them on their way. Thank you for the opportunity to have this ceremony and watch over the students as they continue their academic journeys. We give you the glory. In your name, amen. Thank you, Jalen. Today is my honor to introduce this year's Phi Theta Kappa officers. Our president is Brittany Geschwint, who unfortunately cannot be with us today. Vice president is Emily Money. Our recorder, Jalen Steimer. Treasurer, Sloan Bishop. Cab representative, Alexis Kamara. Social media officer is myself, Alicia Saylor, and our sponsor is Miss Jerry Garrett.
Each incoming PTK member has the opportunity to nominate an instructor or staff member that has been instrumental to his or her success on the NJC campus. It is our honor to recognize the following instructors and staff members. Please stand and stay standing as your name is mentioned and hold applause until all faculty members have been introduced. Amanda Kirker, Amy Kilgore, Brenda Zink, Brian Luton, Catherine Trinkle, Crystal Frank, Donna Brady Lowler, Jenny Smock, Jessica Harder, Julie Ryan, Justina McCracken, Kelly Koontz, Kevin Stump, Larry Pollard, Mackenzie Chrisman, Martha Connor, Michelle Hawkins, Mike Anderson, Nathan Robinson, and Sarah Stone Robinson, and Shelby Winchell. Thank you. Brittany Geschwintner and Brady Zink were each selected to the Colorado All-Academic Team and the recipients of $500 Presidential Campus Scholarships. Brittany and Brady, please stand and be recognized. Our guest speaker today is the Honorable Judge Carl S. McGuire III. He's the Chief Judge of the 13th District of the State of Colorado. Carl grew up in rural eastern Colorado. He attended Colorado State University on a Broadshirt Foundation Scholarship and graduated in 1996 with a degree in agricultural economics. He then attended the University of Wyoming College of Law and graduated in 1999. Upon graduation from law school, Carl received his commission to the United States Navy Judge Advocate General's Corps. He served on active duty from 1999 through 2003. He then returned home to eastern Colorado to practice law and raise his family. At that time, he also continued his service to the nation by affiliating with the reserve component of the United States Navy JAG Corps. Carl was recalled to active duty to serve in Afghanistan 2011 to 2012. He currently holds the rank of Captain 06 and serves as the legal advisor overseeing an office of 3 JAGs and 3 paralegals, covering a 7-state region of 7,500 military personnel and 19 military units. Carl has 22 years of military service. Carl is licensed to practice law in Colorado and Wyoming. He is admitted to practice before the state and federal courts in both Colorado and Wyoming. All trial and appellate courses within the military justice system, the United States Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit, and the United States Supreme Court. Carl has served his community as a judicial officer in various municipal, county, and state courts. Since 2005, he has served as the Washington County Court Judge and a District Court Magistrate and Judge in the 13th Judicial District. Since July 2021, Carl has the honor of serving as the Chief Judge for the 13th Judicial District. Carl serves his community in various organizations at the local, state, and national level. He is a member of the American Legions, Sons of the American Legions, and the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Judge McGuire.
I don't know about you, but I never feel so old until I get my biography read. President, members. Founded 104 years ago in the shadow of World War I, Phi Theta Kappa is named after Phi Beta Kappa, the International Honor Society for four-year colleges. Phi Theta Kappa is modeled in many respects after that prestigious senior college honor society. Because I'm a geek, I looked it up. The Greek letters of Phi Theta Kappa stand for phronimum, thumos, and katharotes, meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity. The mission of Phi Theta Kappa is to recognize high academic achievement of college students and to provide opportunities for them to grow both as scholars and as leaders. The core values supporting this mission are leadership, stewardship, community, and integrity. Without these core values in your life and enmeshed in your character, you will never attain the mission you chose to accept when you accepted the invitation to join this prestigious honor society. I would like to share with you some thoughts on leadership in general, but in particular, a certain kind of leadership, servant leadership, without trying to sound like I'm kissing up to anybody. I know enough about your president and his career and mine have overlapped in brief spots where I know that these characteristics I'll talk to you about are also emulated in his leadership style, and I always like to point out people who mirror that. Unfortunately, there are so few. And in my life, I've experienced both good and bad leaders, and it may surprise you, I've learned more about leadership from bad leaders. From bad leaders, I discovered why people follow leaders like George Washington, or Abraham Lincoln, or Martin Luther King Jr. And what these three have in common is not one thing, but rather a commitment to the key values that constitute not just being an effective leader, but being a servant leader, committed to helping others and transforming the world for better. I challenge you to be a servant leader in all aspects of your life. Here are the 7 principles of servant leadership and how to apply them in word and deed. These principles will multiply your effectiveness as a leader. Study them. Practice them. Make them a lifestyle. Teach these 7 principles to others. These 7 principles are: honor others before yourself. Inspire vision before setting the course. Choose ethics before profit. Empower others before personal gain. Privilege people before tasks. Balance focus and flexibility before making decisions. And serve with humility before all else. First, honor others before self. Albert Einstein said, "I speak to everyone the same way, whether he is a garbage man or the president of the university." This simple statement perfectly encapsulates the concept of purposely honoring others before yourself. By speaking to everyone as if they are genuinely important, no matter their position in life, Einstein demonstrated genuine respect for all people. Respect defines the underlying attitude of a servant leader. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "In a servant leadership culture, we learn by choice or example that if we want to be great, we have to serve others respectfully." How do you honor others as a leader? You affirm their dignity by recognizing and responding to the needs of your team. You actively resolve issues rather than wait for things to just get better. Respect people of all positions through word and behavior. By being here today, I know you feel a desire for something more, to become the leader you've been called to be. Second, inspire vision before setting the course. Helen Keller wrote, "The only thing worse than being blind is having sight with no vision." Daily, leaders around the world are going 100 miles an hour in no specific direction and getting nowhere. But great leaders work to establish a vision that goes beyond what they can see and to obtain full buy-in from their team. Vision from leadership and buy-in from teams produce an inspiring atmosphere where nearly any goal becomes possible. The second value of servant leadership is to inspire vision before setting the course. And this concept, unfortunately, is often missed by leaders in 2 ways, both of which can dramatically affect the outcome. The first way leaders miss this goal is when they fail to set a vision before taking action. These leaders move very quickly, but their lack of direction jeopardizes the entire project. Beyond leaving a team directionless and disconnected, it prevents leadership from ever measuring success in a meaningful way. If you don't know where you're going, you'll get there. The second way leaders fail to inspire vision is by failing to cultivate buy-in for their vision. When this happens, teams become despondent and unable to recognize the deeper purpose and value of their work. A true servant leader addresses both failures. First, by modeling a vision for the team, and second, by then inspiring a team to share this vision. By doing this, you're allowing your team to take ownership of their unique contributions to pursuing the vision. This creates the opportunity to install the what and the how of your vision, fueled by the why. The very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision. You can't blow an uncertain trumpet. How do you inspire vision as a leader? Model the way for the team. Help your team realize how each person's role contributes to that larger picture. Be sure to share not only the what and how of your vision, but also the why. Choose ethics before profit. A good name is to be chosen over great riches, according to the book of Proverbs. Over the last 2,000 plus years, successful leaders have learned the practical truth of this proverb. There is no price you can pay for integrity, but a lack of integrity can be costly. Almost every major religion has a proverb or parable promoting this concept. This is because integrity counts. We've witnessed countless scandals, from recently elected politicians, say from New York, to major corporations. The central theme across these scandals is a lack of integrity and moral grounding by these leaders. But integrity doesn't erode in a day. Few, if any, leaders have ever said to themselves, I'm going to grow powerful someday and scam thousands of people by bending and ignoring the rules. Leaders don't often produce major scandal overnight. It's small, daily decisions that erode ethics little by little. That's why it's so important that you as a leader be explicit about what is not negotiable in your life and what red lines you won't cross. Ethics must be practiced daily. There is an immeasurable value that moral character brings to leadership. Great leaders prioritize the value of character over profit, and so they refuse to take advantage of opportunities for dishonest gain. They also recognize that in the long run, acting with integrity is ultimately the only way to achieve lasting success. Dr. King believed the greatness of a person is not in how much wealth they acquire, but in their integrity and in their ability to affect those around them positively. How do you make ethical choices? Be clear to others what non-negotiables define your integrity. Affirm that to yourself daily. Identify how integrity will increase your long-term success, and remind yourself and your team that what may be legal may not be ethical or moral. 4, empower others before personal gain. It's amazing what you can achieve if you don't care who gets the credit. This quote by Harry Truman exemplifies how leaders achieve their greatest success, through empowering the staff who surround them. We observe success where leaders intentionally create a team environment that empowers their staff to become better leaders themselves. As leaders, we can cripple our followers if we allow our teams to remain stagnant in their current patterns. The wisest leaders recognize that leaders before them influence and help them to empower their own leadership success. Leaders who care about leveraging and empowering their teams create a safe environment that encourages confident decisions. This type of emotional safety gives a team permission to take smart risks and to achieve greater outcomes. Few leaders have strategically empowered a team like Abraham Lincoln. At the start of his presidency, he surrounded himself with most of his former political rivals because he saw the value of each leader and what they could contribute to preserving the Union. Consistently, his cabinet was described as welcoming robust dissent and disagreement over even the simplest of policies. Lincoln recognized the waste in having a team who always agreed with him. Lincoln chose to surround himself with strong and insightful people who felt respected and safe to raise unpopular concerns. Because of this, he was able to form a powerful team that never got out of control, who grew into strong leaders in every department of his administration. How do you empower others? You create a safe environment for growth. Allow for risks to be taken with growth and development of team members in mind. Uncover and cultivate shared goals that inspire ownership of work responsibilities. 5, privilege people before tasks. Simon Sinek, who I love, we see him on YouTube everywhere, is a visionary in the field of leading with purpose. He said that when people are financially invested, they want a return. When people are emotionally invested, they want to contribute. There is no greater value than a team that desires to carry out their responsibilities with passion. Such a team originates with leadership that understands and expresses the individual and collective value of their teams. Many leaders have difficulty distinguishing how they affirm and respect their teams while still maintaining authority. There are ways, as a leader, you can show appreciation for your team. It's as simple as a timely word of affirmation, or helping with a smaller mundane task when a team member is feeling overwhelmed. Kindness towards your team creates an emotional trust in you as a leader, which produces a deep desire to contribute to your organization's success. Servant leaders, while respecting and affirming their team, still exercise authority by holding the team accountable. Holding people accountable is love. When you hold others accountable, you're saying, I know you're capable of a bigger game, and I'm going to help you get there. How do you put people first? Show tangible appreciation for your team in both word and deed. Put people first over money and time. Proactively be kind to your team, routinely finding ways to encourage them and support them, and hold the team and yourself accountable. 6, balance focus with flexibility before making decisions. The expression of out with the old and in with the new is very cliche, but how often do we use that phrase to justify the implementation of new programs that are already out of date or misaligned to the new organizational or industrial reality? Leaders are too often self-destruct when they are unwilling or unable to innovate and adapt to new circumstances. It is easy for an organization to find itself out with the old because of stubborn and inflexible attachment to the old way. Unfortunately, the education sector often slides into this category, becoming technologically behind through inertia. The school students end up learning outdated software or business models that can hold them back as they try to break into a high-tech workplace. If you are reacting, you're already too late. Remain versatile while leading a team isn't always easy, but it is essential. As a leader, your value comes from your ability to keep a simultaneous pulse on both your team and the environment. The ability to recognize and respond to internal and external trends is essential as a leader. Again, if you're reacting, it may already be too late. How do you keep a flexible focus? By being willing to abandon a path when it proves futile and recognize when decisions are being shaped because we are following the well-worn rut of the old way. Maintain that essential 10,000-foot view, but keep track of what is going on the ground. Pay attention to trends and proactively respond before you are forced to react. Finally, number 7, serve with humility before all else. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. Pride becomes a poison to a team and a repellent to those you want to influence. Humility is not mere self-deprecation or a focus on your shortcomings, but rather purposeful care and concern for the world around you. I found my leadership was more effective. I realized I wasn't the smartest guy in a room. I wasn't the best looking person in a room, and I wasn't the funniest, but I didn't have to be. I needed to surround myself with people who filled in those gaps and were willing to listen because I was willing to put them first and serve with humility, recognizing my shortcomings. Arrogance in a leader can make a leader seem unapproachable and condescending and infallible. But failure to acknowledge your mistakes will lead your team to fear admitting theirs. Without this kind of honesty, your leadership quickly becomes stunted. When was the last time you cleaned the coffee pot, or got the mail, or picked up trash on the ground, stopped by someone's desk just to chat? Small things like this help you remain approachable so that your real influence can grow. Without a humble heart, the previous 6 values of servant leadership that I mentioned to you are stunted, and really for no effect. George Washington exemplified in word and deed humility. After leading the American colonists to independence and to self-government, he was twice elected president, and then he arrived at a crossroads. He served for 8 years as president, and he had the popular support to hold that title for the rest of his life. But he wanted to influence the future of our new nation, and he made a decision that modeled humble service. He saw that you needed to be a successful leader, and so he declined his 3rd term. And he said a president that was only violated once in our history. Now, if you don't believe me and you haven't seen this, you need to watch Hamilton on Disney+. How do you serve with humility? You recognize that every leader has room for improvement, including yourself. Always ask others, how are you doing? And never stop reevaluating your performance. Look for the boring tasks you can do and opportunities to connect with others that demonstrate you are truly approachable. I challenge you to be a servant leader today and tomorrow, here at NJC or wherever life takes you. If any of these 7 principles struck you as areas you'd like to continue to grow your skills and expertise, become more than a member of Phi Theta Kappa. Become a leader in Phi Theta Kappa. Thank you for your time.
Honored President and fellow Phi Theta Kappa members, I am pleased to present to you candidates of the Membership Honor Society. Inductees, please stand. These students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have been selected because they have chosen scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship as their hallmarks. I recommend them for acceptance into the Zeta Theta chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society for the 2-year college. You may sit down.
You are about to be inducted into a scholarly fellowship which embraces 2-year colleges not only of your own state, but of the nation and the world. This fellowship is Phi Theta Kappa and your chapter is Zeta Theta. After induction, you will find among the members an atmosphere of scholarship to which you must give of yourself in order that the organization may be meaningful to you. Our ideals may be expressed in the words of Sir Francis Bacon in his essay of Studies. Studies serve for delight, for ornament, and for ability. Their chief use for delight is in privateness and retiring, for ornament is in discourse, and for ability is in the judgment and disposition of business. Read not to contradict and confuse, not to believe and take for granted, nor to find talk in discourse, but to weigh and consider.
This flame is symbolic of knowledge, which is the servant of wisdom, which dwells with prudence and leads in the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment. The white rose, representing the purity and beauty of life, with its white buds signifying intellectual associations. This is the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa. It consists of a golden slab keyed at the top and bottom. The golden field, like the escutcheon of our coat and arms, refers to the golden opportunities that abound on every hand for society folk to evidence their culture and perform good works. Since gold is the most noble of metals, it shall have a further significance to our society, for it shall represent that nobility attained by those who achieve intellectual leadership. Across the slab you will see a black band. It represents the 3 ideals which band us together, and the cultural self-control, which is the necessary foundation for true wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Shining through the black enamel background are the 3 Greek letters, which are the initials of those 3 mystic Greek words meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity.
Behind the band is a wreath, on the one side composed of oak leaves, and on the other, laurel. The oak leaves stand for stability and strength of character, as symbolized by the sturdy oak. The graceful, curling leaves of the laurel signify achievement and success, all attributes for membership in our society. Above the band is the representation of the head of Athena, the goddess of learning. In the base appear the mystic Greek letters, meaning light, the light of knowledge and learning, the common ideal for members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. This badge stands as a symbol for the high idealism of our organization and membership in our select group.
He has studied the constitution of this organization, the purpose of which is to foster a spirit of devotion to study and to scholarly ideals among its members, and whose principles are embodied in the Greek letters, which stand for wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Now that the standards and the ideas of this organization have been fully revealed to you, you come to complete the pledge which admits you into complete fellowship. Inductees, if you would please stand and move towards the right side of the stage. As your name is called, please come forward and sign the register of members and light your candle. You may then line up to the right of the podium.
Kayla Bauer. Ethan Glenn. Aubrey Glenn. Annika Health. Owen Kennedy. Sasha Lopez. April Nichols. Nadine Casada. Lauren Rice. Philip Grush. Amy Sanders. Matthew Steele. Faith Drinkle. Anna Vanden Beitzel. Tyler Weiskamp. Grace Yoder.
Do not leave until all pictures and identification lists are complete, and please be watching for a survey about graduation. Thank you for coming this afternoon. Inductees, honored faculty, and officers, please gather near the stage for pictures. Guests, please gather in the atrium and enjoy refreshments. Inductees, faculty, and officers will join you as soon as pictures are complete. You may blow out your candles.
Jesse's got pictures, I know she's gonna want to take, okay? And, faculty, if you were recognized, please come up front.
got pictures before, but I know making like instrument albums and stuff.
It's like when I finally get a transfer and stuff, whenever I graduate, I want to be like, wow, I want my home there.
Yeah, that's cute. It does look just like you. I didn't know that. Did you tell?
Other thing, that's why I like
No, I'm
I
so
personally
great.
okay, so I'm hurry up and get
I'm the adjunct to
oh cool. Okay, perfect. This is my friend Eddie. He teaches basketball.
It actually does go to yeah, classic books.
Actually, Jerry said all your girls are eligible. I'm like, they have? She goes, yeah, but it's sent to their student email. I'm like, well, okay, it's high schoolers, they don't need their education.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a tough one.
They have other things on their mind.
Thank you for watching my cover. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is my third job. This one works study and hospital.
Hospital?
That's my adult job. These are my kid jobs.
Yeah, but hospital, I don't have to handle blood.
I actually don't even clean up a lot of blood. Like on occasion, but the nurses like are really good about helping us pick a lot of that stuff up. So they like do the initial wipe up and then we come back through with our chemical and pick. So the floor, like they can be like, oh, we had somebody throw up in the whatever in the ER. Like the initial fine might be like picked up already, but we just have to like go over it again and like make sure the chemicals in the floor. But I think like the initial, I've only ever picked it up like one time, and I worked there for like a year and a half. It was because some guy ripped a catheter out on the side. No, it was in his side, and he ripped it out and he like tried to leave the ER, and so there's like blood all over it. That was it. I know you press the buttons.
I'm gonna count that.
And then do I just shut this off?